Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about an event known as the Berrimond Invasion. This is one of my favorite events because the returns are amazing. Basically, you have red camps and blue camps that appear all around your main castle, and the target is to hit either red or blue and gain reputation points with that particular faction. So if you keep hitting red camps, your reputation with the blue will go up and ranking will go up. And if you hit blue camps, your reputation in red will go up. And you can win prizes on either side, but there is also a way to win prizes from both sides. For example, you hit when you hit each time you hit one camp, you get 100. I'll give you an example by making a small attack on a red camp. Okay, this is the first red camp. Now we're going to launch an attack with an NPC commander with a Berrimond hero. Now there are 5 camps, so I usually use 5 commanders, or maybe 5 commanders to hit at the same time. But since there are 5 red camps, I send out 5 attacks on all 5 red camps to maximize output. And I use Berrimond heroes for all the 5 so that I can get most out of each attack. So make sure you have, for in preparation for this event, let me tell you a bit of that. You need to make sure you have enough range attackers, which I have sufficient, and tools, that is either Berrimond tools or wood tools, uh, that will be enough for you to reach the 50,000 reputation points that you need to complete your prize list. So the goal is to always get the entire prize list, and it's very simple in this event. Also, another thing you can gain by doing this event is go to the event quests, and you have this Berrimond Invasion quest called Filling the War Chest. This is similar to the ones that appears in Blood Crows in foreign events. You can get uh, relic equipment pieces just by collecting galaxy points and donating coins. These coins you get anyway by hitting the camps, you get coins back, so you don't lose coins as also. And make sure you keep donating coins. Okay, now I've donated my first set of coins. I have enough tools, I have enough range soldiers, and 5 good NPC commanders. So I'll start off my first 5 attacks. Let's see what happens. All you need to do is select the camp. You don't need to spy because I don't need to spy because I have the subscriber. Otherwise, you spy and then you send out your attack. One, second one, third one, fourth one here. Autofill. Since I have sufficient Berrimond range tools, all I need to do is just keep autofilling and hitting. If you have mantlets, you can use them. Just go here and use the basic option and turn off all this. It will use only the wood mantlets, but the attacks will be a bit slower. That's the only disadvantage. Now I'm using my best tools, so I have 5 attacks out now. When the report comes, I'll show you how you gain reputation for one faction and lose with another faction. I also want to tell you that in preparation for this event, I have actually bought one of the bonus offers for 4 hours. I get 200% more gallantry points and 300% more reputation points. I will also tell you the reason why I buy this. This is the cheapest offer available in the event offer bundle. I'll tell you why I buy this offer in a moment. When the reports come, I'll explain it to you. Okay, now our attacks have landed. Let's check out the reports. Now we've got the three relic equipments from the first stage, and now we donate coins for the next one. Now let's see the report now. Okay, see, you lose reputation points with red and you gain with blue. That's because we attacked the red. Now I have attacked 5 camps, so I would have lost minus 100 reputation for each of the 5 times I attacked red. So minus 500 reputation there, and I would have gained 2000 reputation in all with blue. That is for a single attack, and I've got 1200 gallantry points. Now, uh, gallantry points is another plus because, and the reason I like to gather gallantry points is because of two bonuses that we get. The first one is for having 25,000 gallantry points. It's called the Widowmaker title. You get 20% higher food production in kingdoms. That's in ice, sands, and fire. Your food production goes up, so you can keep more troops, and basically, you know why food production is good. And the next one is here at 95,000 points, 20% higher food production in Great Empire. So your food production in your main castle and outposts, and if you have a metro or capital, all the food production in all these castles go up by 20%. So 20% in worlds and here. Overall, by having a minimum of 95,000 gallantry points always, you can make sure that 20% boost to food production you get. That is the main reason I keep hoarding gallantry points. And the higher you go on the scale, you can get more troops on your front or flanks, a higher attack power. That's for all the top end players. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you can go. And this is a very useful bonus to have. If you reach the top 100, you get 70% more loot from Great Empire NPCs. Great Empire NPCs include your robber baron castles, nomads, invasion of the Berimond, samurai, and all such castles that appear here. So the number of, the amount of food you get, the rubies you get from robber baron castles, the wood and stone you get, the iron ore you get, and in Berimond invasion you get all 4 special resources. So all those are increased by 70%. That's a very big boost. So for good players, I think this is a must to have. If you are really looking to compete with the good best players on your server, you need to have this boost in order to progress fast in the game. 70% boost to loot is very good. Okay, and then above that you have 10% more on this. This is why you need gallantry points. Okay, so this invasion, I told you it's my favorite simply because the first thing is you can get uh, relic equipments. The second thing is you can get gallantry points to boost your food production and other bonuses. The third is you can get the prizes from the actual event, that is more silver coins. And this event is the best among all, I feel, because there is chance of getting both the red and the blue points. So once you complete 50,000 points, you complete all your prizes here, and then you go to the other side and you start attacking, and you can get that point also. But without see, now right now I'm getting the bonus from here. If I don't have these bonuses, there are bonus to reputation points basically. If I hit blue, I'll get plus 100 to blue, plus minus 100 to red. And if I hit red, I'll get plus 100 to red, minus 100 to blue. So both will tally out each other, and I can't get both prices. The only way to get both prices is by either buying this offer or by using your reputation books. That is, I'll show you in this attack. The first attack, I didn't use any chests or anything like that. Okay, now you autofill your first wave as usual. The second wave, You just place one troop and you fill it. This is how I do it anyway. You can do it any way you like. Okay. You have these reputation boosters. In the middle, I put 50 of these reputation boosters, so I get plus 52 reputation. And there you have these better boosters also, which you get. Okay, let's use that. Now, if I use that, I get plus 200 to reputation here. And in the sides, I use the regular chests to boost gallantry points. So I get more gallantry points and more reputation. And I save it on the first preset. And I repeat this for all the three waves. The first wave is the attack, and the second, third, and fourth wave is the one that carries all your bonuses, your gallantry bonus and your reputation bonus. Okay, and I send out the first attack, and I'll repeat that for all the five castles. That's why I keep five NPC heroes ready for this event, because I can send out five at a time and progress much faster, because you don't want to sit all day and keep hitting. The faster you can get done, the more time you'll have to spend doing something else. Okay, the last attack. The best part about this event is you don't need to use any skips, time skippers like you would use in nomads and samurai, etc. So the castle appears immediately, and castles are of various strength from 70 to 80. The higher the castle strength, the better your points, gallantry points, and loot and everything is going to be. The first five camps that we hit, we got you get all kinds of special resources. Chance of getting all four special resources with woodstone, some coins, and food with gallantry points and reputation points. Now, when this attack lands, we'll compare both using chests and without chests. Okay, our first attack is just landing, and it's a level 80 camp, so the rewards are bound to be a lot better. We'll go and refill our coins for the next equipments and check out the report. Now you see we got 2000 gallantry points as opposed to 1200 in the one where we didn't send any chests and bonus cards, etc. And this one we got 2000 points. The loot is a little better, and we got special resources as usual, and a reputation from all five attacks. In the first round we had a total of 2100 reputation, but in this, in a single attack, we get 2000 reputation points. So you can see how quickly we can progress. 2000 from that, again 1800. It reduces because of the level of the camp. Level 80 you get 2000, and then you get 2000, 1800, 1700, 1300, and 1300. You hit five camps, and see the next five camps have already appeared. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one will come momentarily. Okay, so now you go in and you look at your event screen. It will give you a picture of how fast you are progressing. With very minimum expenses, you can actually finish this event off. I usually finish both sides, the red and green, before this bonus runs out. That's about 4 hours. I think I take about 2-3 hours maximum to complete both sides of Berrymount Invasion and get the silver and gold coins from both the prizes. Let's see how much coins we can actually get. 5,000, 6,000, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,250, 14, 15, 16, 17,250, 18,250, 19,250, 26, 31, about 32, 33, I think 33, 34,000 points you can get in one side, and the next side you complete, you can get another 30 points, 30,000 plus 35,000 points approximately. So it's worth spending 17,000 coins here to get the bonus chest. I've already mentioned in another video where I spoke about the master blacksmith and how to get these tools. See, now the Dignity of Vermont is what I used. So it's worth spending 17,000 chests, 17,000 coins. The returns, as you can see, is more than double of what you actually spend. I buy that, and I always buy these reputation boosters, the gold one and the regular one, to boost reputation. So you keep buying till the event pops up, and when the event pops up, you'll have sufficient tools to finish all the rewards. Now all you need to do is keep repeating this till you reach 50,000 points. I usually take it to 60,000 points on each side, so that I have a good chance of getting the prizes also. The top 100, top 50 prizes will be guaranteed once you complete 50, 60,000 points on both sides, I think. We'll take a look at those prizes also, because those will help you in the next Berrymount invasion. You get, see, the best prize is a hero that gives good bonuses to hitting Berrymount targets. And the tools are, when the gems for top 50 are good relic NPC gems. So these gems will be useful while hitting Berrymount, nomads, samurai. So, and getting top 50 on both. When you hit 50,000 points on this side and this side, you'll end up getting 4 good gems and some decent other equipments also. So all you need to do is keep hitting. So now I've reached, let's see how many points. I've already reached 10,000. I need to only reach 60,000. So now how long has it been? It's about 15 minutes since I started. So in 20 minutes I've reached 1/6 of the way. And if I talk less and keep hitting more, I would have done it a lot faster. So you can understand, it takes about 1 hour, 15 minutes to complete one side, and the same to repeat on the other side. So I'll keep hitting, and I'll show you when I switch over to this side. Let me send out my next wave of attacks. I won't bore you with all the attacks, so I'll skip ahead and show you. Once I've completed this, I don't want to keep you here for an hour showing you what happens when I keep hitting every castle. The results are going to be almost the same, so it doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Let me keep hitting these castles now. Okay, it's been about half an hour now since I started hitting these camps, and my final attack has reached, and I think I have made it to the 50,000 reputation points. So all, in under an hour, I've completed the one half of the event. I've completed points on the, by hitting red sides. I've got all the rewards. I've reached rank 7 this side, and all my prizes are completed. Now I'm going to start hitting the blue camps. Now, when I hit the blue camps, my reputation will go down by 100 each time I hit blue camp. I'll lose 100 points here, but I'll gain about 1000 to 2000 points, as I showed you while hitting 1000 to 2000 points I gain, and I lose only 100 here. So you don't need to worry about the points going below uh, 50,000 here. Since you already got your rewards, it won't make any difference. And we're ranked 7, I think we'll be pretty safe in the top 50 here. So now I'm going to start hitting the blue camps. And all you need to do is just repeat the procedure. But now, instead of hitting the red camps, we're going to hit the blue camps with the same setup. And in another hour or so, I think we should be able to complete the next set of rewards also. So in all events, you get rewards for completing. Say in glory, if you get 15 million glory, you get one set of rewards. But this is the only event where you can get two sets of rewards. And so the payout is a lot better in this event. That is why this is my favorite event as of now. Make good use of it before the game mechanics changes and they decided to trim the prices or change some event mechanics. As it happens a lot, you people will know. Right now this is very lucrative, so we'll make good use of it. My god, I'm hitting red camps. I got so used to sending out attacks on red camps that I'm keeping on hitting red camps. I'll call back my army from red camps and hit the blue ones. The first round always you'll get level 70 camps. In the second round onwards you'll get anywhere from 70 to 80. So blue camps now. Sorry, it was a mistake on my part. Okay, I'm using the fastest wings to hit so that I can complete the event sooner to show you guys. Otherwise I just end up using coins to complete this, and still I'll have sufficient time before the offer runs out, because the offer gives you 4 hours. I normally complete very comfortably in say 2.5 hours. The whole thing is done. And after you complete the points for the red and the blue side, there is another important application in this event. You can use this event to gather resources in your outposts to upgrade your granaries. A lot of us will prefer having, at least we'd like to have all level 30 granaries everywhere so that our food production is boosted. And the best way to gather special resources and wood and stone is this event. It's through this event at least. See, every hit I get 20,000 wood and stone, and I get a bit of this. And as you know, we need special resources also to upgrade granaries. You can also get special resources from attacking foreign castles, but each attack takes a lot longer, as you guys know. This is a very quick way. Right now I'm sending all my attacks from my main castle, and my main castle is pretty much maxed. All my granaries are at level 30 and my halls are also done, so I don't have any use for all these resources. But once these attacks are done, I'll show you some more attacks from my outpost also. Okay, my last round of attacks is on the way, and I have reached close to 47,400 points. And when this round of 5 attacks reaches, I'll cross 50,000 points and get the final reward of 5,000 silver pieces from the blue side as well. Red we've already completed, and with this we would have gained a total of 47,700 silver pieces and 7,000 gold pieces. Not bad for one event. And overall it's hardly been 2 hours since I activated the bonus. And we have another 2 hours remaining. If you wish to keep hitting, you can, to gather more points. uh, but once I reach these 50,000 points on either side, I stop using my reputation uh, tools and gallantry tools. I think I've got sufficient number of gallantry points also to keep my food bonuses, so I won't be using those anymore. And my main castle is already full of tools. I mean, special resources and regular resources, and I have already upgraded all the buildings that are to be upgraded using that. That is, my halls and the granaries are already done, so I won't be hitting anymore here. I'll move the attacks to my outposts so that I can start working on gaining resources and special resources in the outpost. For example, I'll start with this outpost here. I'll show you. I already have enough resources now. I'll use them up to upgrade some of my granaries and then refill them again by hitting these castles. And since you get special resources also, you can keep hitting as much as you like till you upgrade all your granaries to level 30. Okay, so now let's go. This one is at level 19. I'll upgrade it. And another one here. About 20, 30. Okay. Okay, 2 upgrades are on the way. And wood and stone have almost already been used. So from this outpost, I'll start hitting from this point on. You can start hitting red or blue camps indiscriminately, and I don't bother using second or third wave. Sorry, the attack's going from my main castle. I'll have to redo that. And now you select the outpost from which you want to attack, and that's it. One wave, that's all I do, and I get sufficient resources. Okay, there's one there. For every red blue I attack one red, so that I don't lose too many points on either one, so that I can keep top 50 also in both red and blue. Again, I'm hitting from my main castle. See, make sure you select your outpost. Okay, we've got 2 attacks there, and the next blue camp. You can do this by selecting all your outposts also. Now the first outpost I've already emptied it and sent out 3 attacks. Now I move on to the next outpost. I've already used up my resources here. And my third outpost. Seems to be a lag in the game today. Okay. I don't really worry too much about which one I'm upgrading, as long as I'm going to do them all anyway. Okay. It's best if you do the 100% granaries first, because you get a bigger boost to your food production. Okay, and we've got 20 something resources. No, not sufficient to make a third. So now all outposts have been emptied, more or less. And it's time to refill them by sending more attacks. You pick any outpost you like. Make sure you have enough range attackers and tools of some kind. Since I have good NPC commanders, I don't really end up using too many wall or gate tools, because my commander takes care of most of that. In case your commanders are not that developed, you will need to have some wall and gate tools as well. Okay, the top castle is already done. Now come to the bottom. I sent out oh, 3-4 attacks from each outpost. We have only 20 castles to hit that. 10 castles to hit. That's 5 in red and 5 blue. So 3 in each outpost and 1 4. This stage, it helps to have 10 NPC commanders. That's the whole point of me building 10 NPC commanders. I have 10 NPC commanders precisely for this purpose, so that I can send 10 attacks at the same time to Berrimont castles. Okay. I think that attack is already done. We've already started getting refreshed. How many attacks have landed? I lost count actually, but it doesn't matter. See, every round you get about close to 20,000 resources of each. So 4 attacks will fill your castle again, and you get special resources as well, and you keep upgrading your. Let's go to the first castle which I spent and see if I have enough to make some more upgrades. By this way, you can keep upgrading your granaries during this event, and the pace is much quicker than foreign castle. You can do the same thing by hitting foreign castles also from your outposts. You get special resources there also, but the speed of attack is faster here because it takes only about 3 minutes with wings and maybe, I don't know, 8-9 minutes with wood tools and coins. So the number of upgrades you can do during the event is much higher compared to other events. You can keep going. Oh no, I don't have enough again. I have 1 attack left that is about to come back, but you get the point. So now I keep doing this till all my castles are, all my granaries are upgraded. So this is what I do and how I play this particular event. And as you can see, the event gives a lot of benefits. Even after you've completed all the prizes that the event offers, you can use it to upgrade your granaries or halls and basically any other building that you need upgraded quickly. Initial stages, you can always upgrade your walls or your towers. Okay, that's about it, I think, for this event. Let's just, okay, all the prizes are done and ranking is pretty decent on both sides. I think I'll make top 50 in blue as well as red, as you can see, and I've got all the prizes. And the gallantry points is close to 1 million. So again, my 95,000 points that I need for this is safe, and everything else, and the 70% is also there. The rest is a bonus. Okay, that's about it. This video is quite long already. See you in the next video. Hope you guys learned something today. Thank you and see you. Bye.